Yes, sir.
Yes.
Lisa is 16 and Mary is 20.
Lisa is 16 while Mary is 20 and Mary is 20. Okay. And yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Lisa is 16. All right. Lisa is 16 and Mary is 20. Okay. All right. So well done, guys. I'm just going to do a quick recap for the benefit of our learners who just joined. And then we still have a lot of time, so we'll do another exercise, okay? Maybe an exercise on vocabulary or some grammar topic, all right? So quickly, I'm just going to read out and quickly recap. So for the benefit of our learners who just joined or joined late, we were discussing how to convey or indicate your age or how to ask someone their age, okay? So the sentences that we discussed were, how old are you? Question is, again, you are asking someone their age. How old are you? One person. How old are you? Indicating आपकी आयु क्या है, आपकी उम्र क्या है, आप कितने साल के हैं. Okay. Similar sentences I will skip. Next sentence, I am 20 years old, specifically stating that I am 20. So we also discussed that generally when we talk about or indicate our age, we avoid using years old. Okay, we just say I am 20, I am 15, okay, etc. So generally we avoid stating years old. The more common way of indicating your age is I am 20, I am 15. How old is he? He is 20, he's 30, he's 40. Okay, all right. Is it your birthday? Yes, it is my birthday. Happy birthday. How old are you? I am 6. Again, similar example. Instead of I am 6 years old, rather than saying that, I am 6. Okay. I am 16. Same sentence. How old is your brother? One person, singular, not more than. So if it is more than one, plural, you would ask, how old are your brothers? They are 15, 20, and 25 respectively. Okay. So for example, if you've mentioned that you have 3 brothers, okay, and someone asks you, how old are your brothers? You can say they are 15, 16, and 20 respectively, indicating 3 different ages. Okay, here it's only one person. So how old is your brother? How old is your mother? Similar sentence. My sister is 12. She's 13. I'm 30 and I'm in my 30s. We just discussed. The moment you say, I am 30, means that the person is 30 years old, right? His age is 30, his or her. I am in my 30s means the person could be anywhere between 30 to 39, okay? We also discussed about, we call teenagers, kids who are between 13 to 19, okay? We talked about peers, okay? We call peers as someone who is in the same age group, belonging to the same age group. We spoke about toddler, someone, a young kid, a very young kid who is learning to walk. Okay, who do we call an infant, guys? What is the difference between an infant and a child?
So new just born baby, maybe.
Yeah, very good, very good. So basically, infants can be considered children who are either just born or up to 1 year or a few months. All right, 1 year probably, yes. So anyone up to the age of 4 years, you'd call the person a child. That's the only difference. So if you look at the definition of infant is a very young child or baby. The moment you say baby, you understand someone who is a newborn baby, right?
Sir, can you spell?
Infant is spelled I-N-F-A-N-T. Okay. Infant, I-N-F-A-N-T. Infant. Okay. All right. Early stage of development. Okay. That word is also used to indicate something that is in the earlier stage of its development. Okay. It's at an infant stage. It means that it is just starting. Okay. It's an infant. Let's say it's an infant beginning. Okay. For example, it indicates that something is just starting. It's in a process of development. Okay. That's why.
3 years age.
Pardon me.
3 years age. 3 years.
3 years, we would call that a child. You'd call the kid a child. Okay. Infant is someone who's probably a few months. Okay. 10 months, 11 months, 12 months, till 1 year, you'd consider as infant. More than 1 year, up to 3-4 years, you'd call the kid a child. Okay.
Sir, what we call the children who are in developing state, in their childhood to adulthood.
So we call them kids. From 6-7 years, we call them kids. Okay.
No, sir, childhood to adulthood.
I'm not able to understand your question.
Um,
Teenagers.
Is there any word for that?
Yeah, we call them teens, right? Teenagers. Yeah, teenager. So someone who is from 13 to 19, right? You call that age group is known as teenage, right?
Actually, sir, I read about it somewhere, adolescent or something that.
You're talking about adolescence.
Adolescence, yeah, sir.
Adolescent is basically, that adolescence can mean anything till 19, in fact. So yes, it's basically called a transition from childhood to adulthood. That's what you mean. That is the meaning of adolescence. That's how you pronounce the word. Okay, adolescence.
Okay,
yes.
Sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. I'll type the word again for the benefit of our other learners. Just a moment. Yeah. Just a moment. Adolescence. Adolescence is how you pronounce that word. I'll type the pronunciation as well for you. Okay. Adolescence. And the meaning is the transition. Adolescence is how you pronounce the word. This is how you pronounce it. The word means the transitional period between puberty and adulthood in human development. Okay.
And sir, I have another doubt.
Sure, please go ahead.
The person who born from 86 to 96, so that person we call a millennium or millennium.
Millennial.
Millennial. Okay.
That is correct. And there are different age groups. Basically, what if who is a person? If I call that he is an octogenarian, what does that mean?
No idea, sir.
What is octogenarian? Means someone who is between 80 to 89. Okay.
Sir, can you spell?
Sure, I will type it. Just give me a moment. I think.
Sir, actually, I can't able to see your chat, sir.
Well, then you might have to refresh your screen. Others are able to see the chat on the live session. You might have to refresh your screen.
I already did it many times, but I can't able to see.
No problem. For your future sessions, please try and delete the cache or delete the history. Okay, it could be causing that. Okay. Just give me a moment. There's a question on the chat to translate one of the words we discussed. Let me first answer that. Hindi translation for infant, I'm just typing it here on the chat. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. Octogenarian is spelled Octogenarian, someone who's between 80 to 89. Okay. Okay, let's continue with the. Sorry, guys, just request you all to be on mute, please. Thank you.
Sir, octogenarian 82 to
80 to 89.
89. Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. We discussed some of the sentences. I am in my 30s, meaning persons from 30 to 39. Again, similar sentences. I'm 42, specifically the age. So again, omitting years old. The last sentence was Lisa is 16. Lisa is 16 and Mary is 20. Okay. All right. So these were the age groups that we discussed. Just give me a moment. For the benefit of our learners, I'm just going to type something. Please give me a moment here just to understand how do we. So these are the words that we use to describe someone's age. Just give me a moment. When we talk about words like octogenarian, or when we say that basically indicates that these are terms that designate someone's age by decades. Okay, decades, 10 years, a period of 10 years, from 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39. Okay, so these are not commonly used. However, these are appropriate words when we want to describe someone's age by decades. Okay. What you asked me about someone being millennial is someone who is actually born in the new millennium. Okay. Someone who is 100 years or more, we call that person as a centenarian. Okay. Centenarian. What is the meaning of millennial? I hope you all are able to hear me. Who do we call a millennial? We call millennial as people. Pardon me? No, that is millionaires. Millionaire. That is a different thing. That's millionaire. We're talking about age. So millennial can be denoting or relating to a period of 1,000 years, or people reaching young adulthood in earliest 21st century. Okay. So like, for example, if I make a statement like social media, or people who use social media groups, okay, or social networking are dominated, or social media is dominated by millennial generation. What does this mean?
Social media is broadly used by millennium kids, like 21st century kids.
Absolutely, yes. So young adulthood, right? So
yeah,
we understand that social media was booming, started seeing an upward trend from probably mid 2000s, right? So, or early 2000, yes. So at the turn of the millennium, right? So that's what happened. So that's the meaning. So either denoting a period of 1,000 years or 1,000 years, or denoting people reaching young adulthood in the early 21st century. Okay. So as I mentioned, these are the age groups. I'm just going to type here. Okay. I will also type this on our Zoom chat so that you all can see it. Just give me a moment. Excuse me, guys. Okay. I hope you all are able to see the message here. So please read these. I've typed it on the chat. You have to click on the chat. Okay. You have to click on the chat on Zoom, or just check the message on the live chat. Okay. So these are the age groups determined by a decade. Okay. Quadragenarian, tricenarian, denarian, bicenarian. These are different age groups. Okay. So octogenarian, something that we just discussed. Someone in their 90s is nonagenarian. These are the different age groups, okay, denoting decades, a period of 10 years, okay. Okay, let's see if we still have some time. Let's see if we can do an exercise, a quick grammar exercise. Please give me a moment. Okay. Okay. Rather than, okay. Okay, so I'm just going to type some sentences. Okay, I want you all to use the correct linking words. Okay, linking words can be anything. Okay, just understand what is the meaning of the sentence and try and complete it. Okay, I'm not going to give any options. If necessary, if required, I will. Otherwise, I want you all to think what is the meaning of the sentence and complete it using a connector. Okay, we discussed connectors, two linking words. Okay, two words that link a sentence, join a sentence, connect a sentence. So I'm just going to randomly type some sentences. Think what is the meaning of the sentence and complete the sentence. Okay, it can be an adverb, it can be a preposition, it can be a conjunction, anything. Okay, my first sentence here is, and I will also read the sentence. Okay, let's start. The first sentence is, her salary is higher than mine, dash, we do the same work.